friends. Welcome back to another episode of Two Idiot Girls.
Woo-hoo. I don't like being forced to say yes.
Everyone asks for there to be one every episode.
Oh, well then let me say it.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying like let it come on organically.
Are you gonna do it like an Easter egg, hide it throughout the episode?
That's what I think we should start doing.
Okay.
And then you're gonna have to listen to the whole thing in order to find it. That's called hiding a pill in meat, like when you have to give your dogs medicine. Anyways.
All right, well, this week we're doing more dating horror stories from all of you. And let me tell you, they're pretty horrifying.
As per usual.
And what was I going to say? Everyone really enjoyed your story about the McDonald's one. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people agreed with me. Like, what else did you expect to happen from that story?
McDonald's?
When that guy brought you McDonald's breakfast.
Oh, I forgot.
Why am I saying McDonald's like that?
McDonald's breakfast. You sound like you're from Britain.
Yeah.
No, I thought you were talking. For a second, I was thinking of the Afters ice cream story. So I was like, that wasn't McDonald's, but yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed with me how that it was a common
They
thing?
agreed with me, not you. Such a Virgo.
Okay.
No, they agreed with me that when I said, why else would he bring you food other than to come in and also eat food with you?
Because that's not how he said it. He said, I'm rolling through McDonald's. Do you want something? And because I was broke and hungry, I was like, yeah. And he goes, cool, I'll drop it off at your house. And I said, okay. So I guess fuck me for listening to what he said.
You didn't
That's
say
what
that.
I tried to say in the last episode. I was literally
But you were
clarifying.
silenced.
Was I silent or was I silenced? That's the real question.
No, that's what I was saying. That people were like, why else would he come over? But
Fuck it, fine. How about this? You weren't the guy that I was with or dating at the time. And you're like literal cousins with him. So like maybe that's why you shouldn't come to my fucking house.
Look at all these new layers we're uncovering.
Yeah, maybe that's why you shouldn't come to my fucking house. Like maybe that's why you shouldn't try to invite yourself into my home unsolicited. With the guise of like, oh, I have some tea to tell you about him.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. You couldn't just text it to me? And he was like, well, if I'm going to bring the food, I'll just tell you when I see you. I was like, okay. And he just walked in my fucking home.
A lot of people are saying that if people come to their house to do stuff like that, they tell them, don't get out of the car. So, I mean,
I didn't have a choice.
No, but I'm saying I was going to say next time, but there won't be a next time.
I didn't have a choice because he didn't text me I said, text me when you get here because I lived in a duplex. So I lived in the back of the house. Yeah. So my landlord was constantly looking to see people who came to my home.
Yeah.
And so like, I was like, I'll come out and meet you out there. He didn't do that. He just walked to my fucking door.
And rang the door.
And rang the fucking door. He literally knocked on the door, then walked to my window and saw me inside there. So I really had no choice.
How did he know you lived back there?
I said, I live in a duplex. I live in the back. So text me when you get here.
Too much details.
And not only that, but the guy that I was dating, he had been to my house several times.
Do you think he told him?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he told him like, oh, she lives in the back. Like, I'm sure he like loosely told her she lives in the back of this house.
Interesting.
And this is another layer. Just so everyone gets off
haters.
Get off that high horse. Right? Because when me and that guy broke things off and I was like, I can't do this with you. It's too much.
Yeah.
Right. And I went and spent time with my family on the island, like who were there, like they were visiting and like with my family who are from there and live there.
Girls trip.
Yeah. I like went and stayed with them for like 4 or 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like fucked off out my house. Like I was like, told my roommate, I'm not going to be here for the next like 4 days.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, cool. The guy that I was dating at the time, he got really fucked up one night, came to my home because he remembered where I lived and was banging on my door and looking in my window and was like, Drew, like open the door. Mind you, it's like 6 a.m., right? And my landlord came out.
Yeah.
And she was like, who are you? Like she was an older woman. Who are you? And he was like, I know Drew, like her and I are friends. Like she's like, get out of here. There's no Drew who lives here. Like she's just lying.
Yeah. Also
and she
laughing.
was like, yeah, she wasn't laughing. She was a mean lady, but like it was a good thing.
All business.
Yeah, she was all business. Hoa, shout out to my girl Hoa. And she was like,
she's an avid listener, guys.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope she's doing well. And she goes, get out of here. No boys live back there. 2 girls, no boys. That's what she kept saying to him. And he was like, I know the girl. She's like, get out of here. And she started going, I'm going to call the cops. I'm going to call the cops. And then he left. So then he called me and was like, why aren't you home? Then my landlord called me and was like, some guy tried to break into your home, but I caught him in the act. And I was like, thanks.
My girl.
So like, anyways, I forget why I was telling that part of the story, but essentially they all knew where I lived and like I was still dating him at the time. So like his cousin's a fucking weirdo is my point.
Interesting.
You know what? And listen, all the people that wanted to say something to me, I'd like to hear what the fuck you've done for a free meal, bitch. I'd like to hear what you've sat through with the promise of a free meal. Go ahead and let me know, because I know I'm not the only bitch that has done some shit like that.
That's true.
Even you with that Cowboy movie.
He said,
but you got nothing out of it, right?
No, and I didn't eat anything because I wanted to go to bed. I'd been in a rugby tournament all day being a lesbian, and he was like, you want to watch a movie? Like, it was unreal. I
thought of another one.
Ooh.
Like horror thing.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't have enough, you guys, or ones I feel comfortable sharing. Some of them are a little revealing.
That's not true. She has them, but she doesn't like want to share them, but not me. So when I was in college... So I think I was a sophomore in college, right? There's layers to this story. I'm going to give them all so nobody judges me. But
no, don't. Keep them guessing.
Okay. Anyways, back to my story.
Yes.
So I'm in college, right? My friend started talking to another man, and he was on the football team, right? So they're kind of vibing.
Okay.
And then he's cool with me because I worked in sports. I wrote for the paper. I worked in sports, so I didn't hang out with them all the time, like on a personal level. I just spent a lot of time.
They were familiar with you, yeah.
Yeah, I just spent a lot of time.
You're being
around
a whore,
them.
So
I spent a lot of time around them, covering them for sports and stuff. So they all knew me. They knew who I was. So he and I were cool on like a platonic level, and he was like, "Hey, I really like your friend," and I was like, "Oh, cool." And I was like, "Well, I gotta ask her if she's like rocking with you or not."
Yeah,
right. So I went and talked to her.
It works.
She said, ooh, yeah. Where she was like, yeah, for sure, for sure. I was like, okay, cool. So then I go back, relay the message. I'm like, good luck to you.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah, have fun. And he was like, well, I can't just like hang out with her just by myself. I'm like, why? We're fucking adults at this point. Yeah. Well, at this point, I was like 19, 20. He goes, what? We should all hang out in a group. I was like, I'm not fucking third wheeling with the two of you.
See how that happened to you already? And then you still went on the ice cream date?
The ice cream day was before that. That was the year before that when I was a freshman.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm talking about afters. Afters happened when you were older. You already told me.
No, he told me he was bringing another dude.
Oh, but afters he didn't?
No. Both times they told me.
I know. So why do you still go?
Because I'm a ride or die friend. And all my fucking friends can tell you that. I literally was a business associate at best. I was like, this is a fucking business trip. She's here. I'm here for moral support. That's it. I can't tell you how many times I did that shit.
Finish your story.
Countless times throughout college, I was escorting my friends.
If a friend asked me, will you go on this date with me with another man?
She didn't ask me. He did.
I know. And I'd be like, no.
No, and that's the thing is like, I think a big part of that is my motherly instinct because I was afraid that something bad might happen to them. Okay. So I was always like, yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay.
So, well, you also don't need to worry about that because you don't need to worry about that with fucking women. Like, men are just insane. You just never know. Like, not to say that women can't do bad things, but I'm just saying like the odds are stacked against us in that sense. So he was like, we should all hang out in a group. And I was like, who's the fucking group? Right? He goes, well, I'll let you know. And then the next time I see him, he goes, oh, I'm going to bring my other friend. He really likes you. Right. And I was like, right, immediately. Because I was like, ugh. And then I go, who is it? And then I knew who it was because he's told several people to tell me how much he liked me.
Ew, like you're in middle school.
Yeah. And it was creepy and weird. And it was just off-putting.
Yeah.
And so I was like, no. Where I told him, I was like, bring anybody else. In fact, I'll go by myself just to throw. I'd rather do that. And he was like, well,
like a security guard.
Yeah, he goes, no, I already told him. And I was like, well, then bring another dude and I'm going to bring another girl so it's not a double date. Like I'm fucking setting off the numbers. He goes, okay. So I convinced my other friend to come. I'm like, just roll with us, dude. This is for her and her only. It's not for me. She's like, all right. So we go And mind you, like the man was texting me, the one that liked me. He was like, oh yeah, like I hear you guys are coming over. I'm like, yeah, I'm bringing my friend.
Oh, you guys are going to their house?
Yeah, we were going to his house. The dude that liked me.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, like I figure we could watch a movie, right? Like I have Netflix and stuff. We're like, oh, okay.
Ew.
This is, mind you, before Netflix and Chill, before that came out.
Okay.
So then we're like, okay, he goes, yeah, like we could watch a movie, blah, blah, blah.
You're like, we should watch like Reservoir Dogs or something. Inglorious Bastards.
Put on Rosemary's Baby.
Like put on John Wick.
Yeah. Transformers.
But like the third one, not even the first one.
The one with Mark Wahlberg. Fuck him. But
put on Bumblebee.
Yeah. So I'll put on Hawkeye, the show. It's not even out yet.
I'm a big Haley Steinfeld fan. Can't get enough.
Yeah, I just keep naming Pitch Perfect. Pitch Perfect 2 or 3. 2. 2. Yeah. And she's in 3 too, I think. Anyways.
I watched that one.
So I tell him either. Anyways, so I go, when I tell you he was hammering home that we were going to watch a movie, that's important to remember. He's like, we got to watch a movie.
Middle school, you guys are going to make out on the couches next to each other?
Yeah, next to each other. And I was like, he goes, yeah, we're going to watch a movie. It's going to be fun. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to watch a movie. We could like eat snacks and shit. And I'm like, all right. Right. And he lives in the dorm apartments and I already know what they look like because my friend lives in there. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Right. He's like, yeah, I got a whole setup. Right. So the day comes, we go to the house. No TV. He has nothing in his living room, not even a couch.
Are you going to watch it on a laptop?
No, we walk in the house. I go, mind you, it's like November.
You said we were watching movies.
Yeah, mind you, it's like November. So we're well lived in, like not even a couch. And those dorms come with couches. Where the fuck did the couch go? And I go, what can I go? I was like, it's like real empty out here.
It's like that Caucasian James meme that he always says like, this is my dream life. And he always shows like bachelor like type apartments.
Yeah, and it's like a fold up chair. Yeah.
And like the TV's on the ground.
Yeah, not even that. There was it looked like they had just been robbed. Like there was nothing in there. And I go, where's your couch?
More room for making out.
More room for doing it. He goes, oh, we had to get rid of it because whatever the fuck the excuse was, which is like, that belongs to the school. So I don't know how they did that.
We lit it on fire.
Yeah. And then he goes, and I go, well, I thought you said we were going to watch a movie. And then he goes, I mean, I got a laptop if you want to watch it on there.
I figured we could watch it on my phone.
He goes, no, first he tries to gaslight me and goes, oh, you were being for real about that? And I was like, you said that. I didn't bring up a fucking movie. You said that.
So you're arguing with him and ruining your friend's date?
Yeah. We're standing there and I'm like, you said that we were going to watch a movie. There's not even a TV in here. He goes,
girls, pack it up.
Yeah. I'm all, bitches, round it up.
Round it up.
I literally go, bro, like you said there was there's not even a fucking couch in here. He goes, yeah, well, I mean, like, I didn't know you were being for real about that. I was like, what? And I go, well, what else are we going to do? He goes, I mean, I don't know.
I could think of a few things.
That's naked. And then we go in the, dude. So then we go and he's like, I mean, I got a laptop. And he like went in the room and came back out. And his laptop was the MacBook Air Mini. You know the minis?
No.
Yeah, dude, it's not a 12-inch. It's literally like, it's like 8 to 10 inches. So it's like those little HP ones we had. It's the same size. And I go, you're like 6'5". Why do you have a laptop this fucking small?
He uses just one hand on it.
He literally goes, yeah, I have one of these. Yeah, we could watch it on here. And he's like opening it up and he goes, does anyone have like a Netflix account? And I go, bro, you're just a fucking me when I lie. Yeah. Me when I lie constantly.
Me when I trick a girl into coming over.
And then I was so fucking angry because he lied about every single thing.
And no snacks.
And then I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shoot in the dark here and assume that you don't have snacks either. Like, you know, like all the other fucking things you said you had. He goes, I got some Gatorade. And I was like, dude.
But it's in those like 2-liter ones. He's just
it's like an athlete's fridge. It's like Gatorade, Pedialyte, and nothing else. Like and then those fucking muscle milks. Those are the only things in there.
But it's like Gatorade, like powder. And he goes, I can mix up a couple glasses.
Yeah, there's like ice packs in there too for when he's sore after practice. Dude, I was so mad. And so if you go in the back, there's one room and he has one roommate, but he literally made his roommate leave. So it was just the 4 of us, and they have 2 twin beds, and they're on either side of the room.
Yeah.
So we literally sat facing each other and just talked.
Ew.
And then I was like, can you like put some music on or something, bro? Like literally I'm begging you for anything. Put on YouTube like
He's all right. Does anyone have a Spotify?
I'm
You all
like,
got Pandora?
literally
Like-
look up like free, like, you know how like it's YouTube and it's like a study music 2-hour loop or whatever.
It's that lo-fi beats.
Yeah, Jin song or whatever. Yeah, Tampa beats. Like he's literally looks up Tampa beats.
I could play some Casey Neistat in the
Yeah,
background.
literally, like anything, literally anything. Please play. And then I was literally sitting on my couch like this, on the bed like this, because I was like sitting like how that dog sits like with his legs crossed like that, because I didn't want to be near them.
Ew.
Oh my god, dude! It was such a fucking. Oh my god, I was so annoyed, and they were smoking weed at the time too. So, and I didn't smoke weed, so I was just sitting there like. And like I was kind of grateful for the friend they brought because he and I were really cool. Like he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And he like makes lots of conversation and jokes like, and I was in such a bad mood. I didn't want to do it. So like he was doing it most of the time. So that helped a lot. But god damn, dude. I was like, I'd never felt so hoodwinked in my life, bro. And it was after that I was like, I'm going to have to start being more selective about my business trips because this is a fucking joke, dude.
Did him and your friend work out?
Yeah, they hooked up once and that was it.
What the?
You're welcome.
One straight people, am I right,
You're
girls?
welcome, bitch. I'm like, I'm glad I wasted my fucking night that night. What would I have been doing sleeping in my fucking room? Eating hot Cheetos in my bed by myself. The dream.
Not in unison.
Anyways, I'll probably think of more, but I just thought of that one too.
Can you think of any for me?
For you? I mean, besides prom,
And
the first prom, I didn't go to.
that one wasn't that bad. He was really nice. I really liked that one.
Yeah, he just turned out to be a creep.
Yeah. Yeah, you're telling me. When your 19-year-old prom date likes your 16-year-old sister.
Yeah. Again, men are disgusting.
I know. And then
And they always have been.
Looking at them.
That's how I look too. Sicko. Anyways. For you, I'm trying to think. No, because you got wifed down so fast.
I know.
I don't know if you ever did shit like that. I did so many fucking things like that.
No,
too.
the worst one I could think of was that fucking kid
Yeah, because you were alone.
bum rushing my room.
Yeah. But you
Well-
were like, Dason got wifed down so early. Like, she never had a hoe phase in college.
No.
I did. So I put in my time. I punched my clock. I'm over it. I'm out. Goodbye forever.
I'm over it too, and I don't even. I don't even want to fucking do it, bro. Go on a lot of dates. Like, do this, do that, and I go. I
Dude.
mean, I am, but like, where does it end? You know?
Most of my experiences like that too, like, were me trying to be a homie and be a friend
Yeah.
for others. And then I just
and then
got
all my
roped
friends
in.
were lesbians, so then I wasn't put into a lot of situations like that. All right, friends, we're going to take a quick break for a little ad moment. This one, we're going to be talking about a really fun podcast called Crime Salad. So Crime Salad debuted in January of 2019. They do scripted 40-minute episodes. The hosts are husband and wife, which I love. That's so cool. Ashley and Ricky. And what they do is they jump right to the story. There's no banter. Crime Salad is a true crime podcast that investigates sudden disappearances, mysterious deaths, unsuspecting massacres, and more. A few of the recent cases they've covered, there's one called COVID Alibi, and this one dives into the murder of Gretchen Anthony that happened in March of 2020. Her family began to become concerned when the last text anyone received from her said she was being transferred to a CDC COVID site and would be placed on a ventilator, unable to communicate. And after a wellness check at her house by law enforcement, it became clear that someone was using COVID as an alibi to cover her murder. Another one they've covered, they examined the abduction and captivity of 3 girls in Cleveland. It's a story that is both heartbreaking and inspiring while highlighting the human condition and the will to survive. And those episodes are called The Vanishings Part 1 and 2. So Crime Salad covers all of the cases and true crime tales we're all craving to learn about. So if any of these stories intrigue you, we recommend listening to Crime Salad on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Now back to the episode. Okay, we're gonna dive into a couple of these stories. We're only gonna do like 2 or 3 because yours took so long.
Sorry,
but they're also really funny. So this first one's from Megan, and she said, "I went on a date once where the guy watched the TV the entire time and didn't talk to me. Then when it was time to pay, he said he forgot his wallet, and so I paid. Then we walked out to the car. He tried to kiss me, and I said no, thank you. And he turned around, pulled out his wallet, and walked to his car."
Was the wallet pull like intentional?
He's like, "And I had this the whole time."
Well, guess what? I had it the whole time, you fool.
You big jerk.
Guess what, you sucker.
That's so funny, bro.
He didn't talk to you the whole time. Like during the movie, as in like going to the movies, or you watched the movie at home?
They didn't go to I didn't say anything about the movies. It sounds like they went to dinner.
Oh, I thought you said we watched a movie and he didn't talk to me the whole time.
No, I went on a date once where he watched the TV the entire time.
Oh, okay.
So they're at like islands or something.
That's worse.
What was I say? I just watched Blended again yesterday. And you know how their first date's at Hooters and he's watching.
Yeah.
So there's an important game on. It's axe chopping or something.
Yeah, he's like, no, it's just important. I want to see who wins. He turns around and it's like closet organizing or something. Yeah. So, I said that because that's what she does in the movie.
Know.
That sounds like an all around terrible fucking day. Like,
and then to go, no, thank you.
And also to forget the wallet thing too. I'm a firm believer that it's like whoever wants to pay for the day. This whole like fallacy of like terrible men being like, women expect to be paid for. And like, you just offer to do that. Like, nah. And what am I going to do? Fight you to the death about it?
Yeah.
Like, I've offered several times. I'm like, I can pay for it. It's not a big deal. And they go, no, it's on me. Like, what am I going to do? Sit there and argue? No, I swear to God, if you put that card in there, I'm never going to talk to you again. Like, what am I going to do? Sit and argue with you? I think that first of all, the whole ideology behind men paying for everything is a patriarchal value. So that's on y'all that you feel like you have to do that. Like, take it up with the person in the mirror, babe. That's on you. But at the same time, like, moreover than the paying for it, the watching the TV would have made me the most mad.
Nuts.
Yeah, because it's just rude. Like, I just think it's disrespectful to like invite someone out with the intention of like spending time with them and getting to know them, and then you're like the whole time at the TV.
Yeah, maybe he was like nervous, but then for him to pull out his wallet at the end, that would piss me off.
Well, and to try to kiss you. Talk about a bad read. Like, you thought that date was going well enough to warrant a kiss.
He's like, ooh, she paid for my meal.
Did he say?
He goes, she's getting a kiss after this.
You're going to get a reward for that later. Did he say anything? Did she say if he said anything when she was like, oh, no. Is there anything more embarrassing than like leaning in for a kiss and someone goes, oh, no.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
You want to dance?
Yeah, they're like
going, oh, no.
What? Do you want to dance? And I'm like, oh, no. I always think, too, you should never feel bad for saying no to men for anything at all. I'm not just talking obvious things like being intimate with them at all in any way. I mean, like, even dancing, talking. Do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? No. No, thank you. Like,
no thanks.
Like someone when we went to Nashville and I was alone for a while because Billy went to go get drinks for us. Some guy came up to me and said, can I give you my number? Which I found odd because I've never heard that before. But he's like, can I give you my number? I'd like to talk to you sometime. I was like, oh, no. No, thank you. And he was like, oh, okay. And he just left. So like, I don't have to tell him I have a boyfriend. He's right over there. You better hope my man doesn't see it. No, you don't need a reason. No.
That's a good enough reason. No.
That is the reason. No.
Have you seen that TikTok? I think I sent it to you where it's a guy and he goes, can I buy you a drink? What are you drinking? She's all 1942. And he's all, okay, what do you drink when you're buying?
That's so funny.
That's such a nice way to be like, I'm broke, but I also want to buy you a drink. But like, I'm not buying
That's funny. That would make me laugh if someone said that to me.
1942.
Which is also funny because when I was in college and I was getting drinks bought for me, I would pick the most expensive shit just to see if they would do it. Goes, and they always did.
But he goes, Okay, but like, what do you drink when you're buying?
Vodka cran. That's what you
Vodka Red Bull.
Vodka Red Bull. That's what you drink when I'm buying, because that drink's like $6 or whatever the fuck it is. It's gasoline because they use fucking Tito's.
Yeah.
And a shit ass cranberry juice. Vodka crans were like my shit in college. Now they make me sick thinking about it. But that was my drink. Some people would be like, cranberry juice? Why the fuck? It's just easy, cheap, and then easy to get drunk off of.
I was a beer girl.
I never drank beer unless I was like day drinking.
I wanted to feel and look like Violet Beauregard from While I'm Going Out. Because that's how beer makes you bloated.
Yeah, dude.
And because I'm severely allergic to it now.
To gluten?
No, it's just there's a gluten in beer that I'm super allergic to.
Is it a specific gluten or is it just regular gluten?
It's like some sort of like, or not gluten, I'm sorry. There's like a yeast.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I was thinking wheat in my head, but.
No, I can eat bread. But if I have a sip of beer, I have like the worst acid reflux on this side of town. Let me tell you. I feel like a dragon.
Yeah, dude. Fire. I think that's where I'm at. Well, that's not true. It just depends. Cause like I had 4 Corona Premier lights the other day and I was so hungover the next day. I thought I had I had COVID.
Yeah.
But I obviously didn't. I tested myself.
You ever been so hungover and had no symptoms of COVID, but you feel like you have COVID?
I thought it was like the early stages, like the flu. And so that's why I COVID tested myself fucking twice because I was like, I have to have something. And then it turns out I was just hungover from 4 light beers. Like,
no, that's
I got a fucking problem.
When we drank at Josh and Mayo's house during the first game night, I just drank beers.
Yeah.
And I think I drank like
Stella's.
I drink Stella's, I drink Modelo's, I drink like a bunch of different ones.
See, like, I don't know if it was maybe just that beer, because when I drink Stella's or when I drink I'll have like 1 beer sometimes if I go eat out, like I'll get 1 beer and it doesn't do that to me. So I don't know if it's just multiple beers. I have no idea.
Just stay away from it, girl.
One of the worst parts about getting older is developing allergies as you get older. That's one of the worst fucking parts about getting old, dude.
Yeah, like, you're telling me.
Just you have to like avoid. You're like, oh, I can't. My stomach. I'll be up all night. Like it's literally like the most old man shit ever.
I know.
Oh,
that's why
so
I can
terrible.
only drink seltzers. It's so
I don't
annoying.
like seltzers. It's like alcoholic LaCroix. I just can't get behind it. But I also think too, like, when I was younger, I was a fucking garbage disposal when it came to drinks. Like I just drank the most obscene shit all the time, and like just to get drunk, which is like,
if I think of everything I'm allergic to, I consumed I consumed and abused all through college.
Yeah.
And now my body's like, hey, no more of that.
That's what you get. That's literally, it's
almonds,
like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, eggs for you. Yeah. Yeah.
And beer. So
yeah, my drink. Sometimes people will be like, talk about drinks. Like, what was your drink? You know, back in college or whatever. It was whatever would get me drunk for me. I would drink anything. It really didn't fucking matter, which is so bad.
Yeah.
But my alcohol tolerance was unreal when I was in college.
I have a sip of wine and I go, do you guys care if I spend the night?
Yeah, same. I'm like, I can't, there's no way I can drive now.
No, literally.
Same. Fucking
Josh
same,
Mary,
dude.
Do you want to have a wine? I go, okay, but I have to spend the night.
Yeah.
I cannot drive
And that's
home.
why I don't care when I'm like, oh, lightweight. I don't give a fuck, dude.
I'm a cheap
I don't
date.
care. Yeah, I'm a cheap. Yeah, for sure. You know how fucking expensive it is to hold alcohol like a tank, especially in college? That's why I was wheeling and dealing in those clubs and bars.
You're like, you know the movie 21? It's
the card counting game?
Yeah, that's you, but that's you trying to manifest, like, get your free drinks.
All the time, dude.
Like she's like on Ocean's 11, like she's there, like has fucking 12 people scoping the place.
Sometime it got to the point where my friends would go out and we'd see a group of dudes and my friends would be like, hey, get over there.
I know.
Get over there, bitch. And I'd just walk by and be like, no.
What?
I'm Drew. What's your name? Oh, this is my go-to. I tell everybody this when they're like, how do you get free drinks? This is how, right?
Drew, vodka Red Bull.
Yeah. I say that's what my name is. Yeah. My first name is Vodka.
What's your name? Vodka Red Bull. You'll get the rest after.
Yeah. No, this is what you do. You talk to them, you make small talk. They're going to be like, hi, what's your name? Blah, 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 blah. How old are you? Blah, blah, blah. Where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. Right? And then they're going to be like, what are you up to? Or whatever. They'll ask you the stupidest fucking questions. Like, what are you up to? And you're like, I'm out getting drunk just like you in the fucking bar. Right? So you go like, oh, I'm just here with my friends. Make sure they're all women. Right? At the time. And I was like, oh, I'm just here with my friends. And they'll be like, oh, can I get you? And I said, I'm honestly waiting to get a drink. That's what I always say. Like, I'd stand by the bar and be like, I'm honestly waiting. They take forever. Even though they all memorized me by name because I was there all the fucking time. I'm like, oh my God, they take forever. And he goes, well, can I get you a drink? And be like, oh, I feel bad because like my friends. And then they'll be like, I'll get all your friends drink. I'm like, oh, okay, great. That'd be 5 vodka Red Bulls. Thank you. Hey guys, he says he's gonna get the drinks. That's so nice of you. Thanks.
On his tab.
And then they're gonna make them all and stand there and make conversation while they're making them all. And then they're gonna be like, the total's 50 fucking whatever. And then he's gonna hand them the card and be like, oh my God, I know, right? That's crazy. Just pass them back. You're like, oh. All right, I'm going to go to the restroom. I'll be right back. Never come back. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. It works every fucking time.
I love seeing like men film TikToks of like their girlfriend coming back. She goes, look what I got. Like someone give her a free drink. He's all, what the? He's all, okay, go get me one. She's like, okay. And
I've done that too. And I've done that fucking too. Sometimes when we go out, Billy will tell me, take a lap. And I'll just walk around and wait. And I do that too, bro. That's why. And it works every time. That's the patriarchy. That's called reparations. Don't feel bad.
Okay, this next one's from Kai.
Okay.
And she said, okay, so my ex hated the beach and I really love the beach. So I knew I was going to take this Tinder date to the beach this time to make sure they're chill with it.
Okay, imagine that's how much you love the beach.
Filter. I know. I
feel that, girl. Yeah. Get it out the way in the beginning.
So she goes, anyways, I matched with this white guy and he was kind of short. I'm 5'11", but I figured, hey, let's go and see what it's all about.
Yeah.
So I go to the beach to meet him. He gets there after me and everything's fine. And I'm like, hey, let's go down in the water. And he's like, okay. I'm barefoot because we're at the fucking beach. And this guy's wearing cowboy boots and jeans.
And he knew you guys were going to the beach?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And she goes,
committed to the lifestyle.
So I asked, oh, do you want to take off your shoes? Because we're going to the water. And he was like, no, it's okay. Which means the dogs were not clean, I'm sure.
Damn.
And she goes, so I'm walking in the water and he's walking in the sand above me. But then a bigger wave comes up and gets him. He got soaked in his boots and jeans and just left them on for the rest of the date, like soaking, drenched boots. Like, I've never cringed so hard in my entire life. I was like, what the fuck? LOL. And I don't know, and maybe it's mean, but after that, I was like, oof. And I was like, okay, now let's climb up this cliff. So I climbed up really fast and just stood at the top watching him struggle. It was funny, but he eventually made it to the top.
She just did that just because?
She's like, let's watch this idiot in his soaked cowboy boots climb this cliff.
Not you making it sinister at the end. That's funny. Dude. Soaked shoes, bro. How wet do you have to be for it to soak through cowboy boots? Them shits are made out of fucking like what Abraham Lincoln's house was made out of, bro. They're made out of fucking logs. Leather bound. They're like steel traps. How the fuck? He must have been fully submerged for his feet to get soaked.
And then like I tell you, let's go on a date, and you go, yeah, where you want to meet? And I go, the beach, and that's what you wear.
Can you imagine like being so committed to the lifestyle of being Southern? Was he from the South? I would assume.
They're at the beach. They don't have beaches.
Well, he could have moved here from the South.
He's like, I'm all right, girl. Don't worry about it.
Did he have a shirt on? Is what I kept thinking.
I just wish he was topless.
He's topless, but has jeans, a belt, and boots on,
and a cowboy hat for sure.
I thought when you were describing it, I was picturing him with the hat on, but no shirt, and then tan lines. I can't believe he was like, nah,
in his bootcut jeans.
But then he went close enough to the water to like get dragged in by a wave. Like how you know what I'm saying? Like you had to have made peace with it at that point. What are they sewn to your fucking feet?
Maybe he didn't want to take them off because she said he was shorter than her. Oh, but they're in the sand.
But you're in the sand. She'll sink down no matter what.
Doesn't matter, girly.
Well, also at that point you have to think that at that point it had to have been at least halfway through the day if they're about to get in the water. So she's clearly okay with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my God, the ick, dude, of watching him walk to the water and cowboy.
Do you think he walked with like his fingers in like the belt loops?
He's doing a fucking a line dance. Have you seen that video of those two girls dancing? They're doing like the footloose dance in cowboy boots.
No.
Oh my God, I have to look it up and show you. But I'm picturing him doing that on the sand all the way down to the water. It's like the most complicated dance. Dude. And then making him climb a cliff after that. The sheer adrenaline that was probably pushing you to go up really fast because you were so upset that he fucking was doing that cringy ass shit at the beach.
That's so funny, bro.
That's literally me when I went on that death-defying roller coaster because that man made me so angry. I didn't feel anything. I was like, you cut me. I don't care if I bleed. Me getting on that roller coaster because that's how mad I was.
Oh, the prom date?
Yeah. I in all our years going there, I swore I would never go on that roller coaster because it scared me so much. He made me so mad. I was like, let's go, Dace.
This one's from Casey. And she said, one time in college, I started dating this guy that was a resident advisor at my college.
Okay.
Which I'm assuming is like RA.
Yeah, an RA, yeah.
He seemed pretty normal at first. I applied to be an RA. So this is me personally. I applied to be an RA. So I wouldn't know what the real breakdown of the board is. Okay.
Yeah.
He seemed pretty normal at first. But one night he invited me over to watch a movie with him. I sat on his bed.
I was going to say, was it the same
Sounds
guy?
like my story.
Yeah.
And he pulled out a laminated piece of paper. On it is a list of movies we could only choose from that was curated for his Myers-Briggs personality type.
Oh.
I wanted to watch it because it was Halloween at the time, but it wasn't on his list. At first, I thought he was joking, but he was being dead serious. Unfortunately, I just ended up falling asleep to Donnie Darko that night, and I never watched movies with him ever again.
What was the list? Please, if you see this, like, I need to know what the list was.
I need a couple more.
Was
yeah.
Citizen Kane on there? Fuck. Dude, Myers-Briggs. Dude, come on, bro. We're just watching movies. Like, he's one of those that's like, you guys text?
I'm an INTJ-T.
You guys text? I guess I'm just someone that like prefers real conversation. Like, he's one of those.
I prefer handwritten notes.
Yeah, I guess that's just me. I mean, it's such a lost art these days. Like,
what's that called for men? Because that's like, I can do it for women, like pick me shit. But what's that called for men? Is that also
for men? I think it's pick me shit. To be honest, I think
to
it's
appeal
like,
to women.
Yeah, it's like the artsy version of a woman, but it's just the most condescending, like fucking uppity.
You guys watch that shit about TikTok? You guys watch that?
I guess I'm just not like a social media person. Like for me, like I guess I like the real world still.
Yeah.
I guess like I just like to read. I guess
I love like in-person interaction.
There's a girl on TikTok. Have you ever seen her? She's my mutual. I think her name's Delaney. I forget her. Well, her name's Delaney, but I forget her handle.
Wait, no. Well, I know Delaney does it, but I'm thinking of the other girl.
No, Delaney's the one I'm talking about, where she does like
the indie kid in the movies.
Yeah, but she does one like that, and she was like, "Ever heard of one of these?" And she just holds up.
I'm thinking of it's a white girl, and she has freckles. And she does like millennials trying to film a food, like a food review or a food, like she's making something. Mm-hmm. She's like, well, I hate doing stuff like this.
I just saw
I can't remember her name,
yeah.
but she's really funny too.
No, yeah, I saw it.
But Delaney's pretty.
Delaney does those so well.
She does those characters like from like old 2000 movies. She's really
she's like, ever heard of one of these? It's just a book. It's just a random book.
I love when they play like old songs from like Lizzie McGuire movies and shit. And she does like voiceovers, and it's her like smirking and leaning against a rail. She goes, and I guess that day I just learned I wasn't made for everybody, you know?
Yeah, she's so funny, dude. But she has like a newer series where she's being that guy.
Ooh, okay.
So like, it's so funny. Like, it's like a dude that insists to drink your coffee black because creamer's just so bad for you. Like one of those fucking bitches. Like
he grows his own coffee beans.
Yeah.
Brews his own kombucha.
Yeah, he's like someone who's like goes to the coffee shop to get inspo to write. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, well, me when I was backpacking across Paraguay, I guess it was just a little bit different. Like one of those.
He thinks showers are like a patriarchal standard that have been pushed upon him.
Yeah. And you know what? I've been asked like, who's worse? And I couldn't tell you like between him and like gym bros. Like gym bros. And I'm like, they're two sides of the same coin. Yeah. Like they're two types of evil. Neither one is worse.
They're
like
both misogynist. Bad. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're both misogynistic. They're both extremely like entitled and like uppity, and like they look down on women for obvious reasons. They're like, well, see, like I guess like for you, like I don't know. I guess I just thought something was different about you, like as a woman. When they try to, when they try to, like,
favorite movie is like
Wolf of Wall Street
or The Joker, and then that hippie guy you're describing
is Citizen Kane.
Not Citizen Kane.
Yeah, dude.
No, any Tarantino movie
That too.
ever.
That too, but Citizen Kane also. Sure. American Psycho.
Yes,
that's another one.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. Like they're
kind
all
of,
the same dude.
Yeah, they're kind of the same man.
Yeah, they're the
font,
same. And they think that they love and support women, but they don't.
Yeah.
That's the worst part about them. Like they make you believe that they're different because they're intellectual.
See, which I think I would prefer a gym bro because they're more blunt.
Me too.
They're like, don't dress like that. That's slutty.
Yeah.
Whereas the other guy goes, I just don't know why you feel the need to show your body.
I guess
so
I just
much.
didn't think you were that kind of girl who felt like she had to fit in with everybody else.
Yeah.
It's gaslight 101.
Yeah.
That's why a smart misogynist is so much worse than an idiot. Because like an idiot, you could be like, you quite literally like turn the TV on and he's that guy at the restaurant.
Yeah.
One on the day. You know what I mean? But like with a smart dude, he's manipulative. Like
period.
That's why I said they're the same fucking dude. Like they try to act like they're any better than a gym bro, but they're not. They don't own
a TV.
And I've literally said, I'm like, they're worse. If you're talking about podcast dudes and gym bro dudes, podcast dudes are worse.
Yes.
If you're talking about gym bros and the intellectual dudes, intellectual ones are worse. Like gym bros are bad no matter what.
Yes.
But that dude is the fucking worst. Yeah. And they gaslight the fuck out of you like so bad. And they're so convinced that they just know so much more than you and anything you do, even about you being a woman.
Yeah.
Like when you talk about womanly issues.
Yeah. Or you could just like not have your period this month.
Yeah. Like, well, actually, it's your body, whatever it is that you want to do. But if you don't want to take care of yourself, I guess that's on you. Like, if you just hate your body, like do with it what you will, I guess.
Have you seen that TikTok of that guy saying, your body, your choice, then where's my foreskin?
Yeah. And it's like so fucking incomparable. It's not even funny.
No, I know. So I've seen so many people going, so it's almost like you get it, but you don't, you know?
Yeah, because it's like, the choice was stripped from you, right?
But I saw a girl saying that's not at all the same thing because your parents choose that, not the government.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's also not mandatory. They're elective.
Yeah.
That's the point. It's supposed to be elective.
So you already had plastic surgery. That's what you're telling me.
So you've gotten work done to your body. So you hate yourself is what you're telling me.
Oh, I just thought you were different, you know?
That's why I said, and the intellectual misogynist is so much worse to me. Like those dudes are insufferable to me. They'll sit there and talk to you about real music.
And it's always like the Arctic Monkeys,
and it's literally, you know who it is? It's literally the dude in 500 Days of Summer.
Yes,
it's him. He's so you watch the movie and you're like, this dude is a fucking idiot. Like,
yeah, like you know the part where they first meet in the elevator.
Yeah,
and she goes, "Oh, I love the Smiths." And
yeah,
he goes, "What?" And she goes, "I love the Smiths." And
yeah.
Okay.
And she sings the song, and then he's like, she's so different from every other basic ass fucking bitch I've ever met in my fucking life. You know, it's someone who.
And honestly, girlies, liking the Smiths, red flag. It's a red flag.
For men.
Yeah. I'm going to say the same for lesbians. It's a red flag, girlies.
I just feel like someone whose entire personality is comprised of thinking less of people who like things that are universally loved.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you a good person. It doesn't make you a smart person. It doesn't make you different. It doesn't make you unique. It makes you a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like someone who's just like, you like Justin Bieber or like you like Doja Cat. Like I guess I just like, I mean, I guess we just have really different descriptions of real music, I guess, is the problem.
What do you think their favorite TV show is? Do you think they don't watch TV?
Yeah, they'll tell you all the time how they don't have time to watch TV because they have lots of things going on in their life. And
I'm trying to think.
They're prioritizing things that actually matter because life is so short. That's what they'll tell you about fucking TV. But if they do watch TV, they'll say things like NPR. Is NPR? Well, it's radio, but no. CNN.
I'm trying to think of a TV show they would watch.
Like a show?
Yeah.
Then I don't think they watch TV shows, to be honest.
Oh, no. They watch Mad Men.
Not even.
No?
No. Not even. Because they'll be like, I mean, historically, it's not really accurate as if they were fucking there.
No, they'll say it is because I wish it was like that then. Because, you know, they could put women in their place.
They'll never outright say anything that
they hate women.
They'll just say the most roundabout things about how much they think women are lesser than. They just try to hide it in a fucking like shit sandwich.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, dude, those dudes are worse to me. If you're just a buffoon, like you're a buffoon to me. I'm like, well, you're IQ's fucking 12, so that doesn't surprise me. Right? But then when you're someone who's like relatively smart, and on top of that, you're trying to convince women that you love them and support them.
Come on. No. My mom's my best friend.
Yeah, he's like, I guess I just like...
My mom is my best friend.
I guess I just don't understand the obsession with things like plastic surgery. I just feel like if you really loved yourself, would you change yourself? Like that type of shit. They talk in a low voice. No,
shut up. I'm reading the Communist Manifesto.
But ironically, it's more satire if you really think about it. He's like, I'm reading Mein Kampf for like study research.
Like, now I have to, he's like, did you see my copy of Catcher in the Rye anywhere in here?
Yeah. He's like, it's really worn down because I read it every year. It's crazy. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, dude. And also, you know what? If you want to do things like eat McDonald's, if you want to watch the MTV Movie Awards, that doesn't make you a fucking idiot. And people like that will make you feel like you're the biggest idiot in the world.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
Because they think they're better than you because you don't know TikTok trends. Like, that makes you a fucking idiot, dude. Mm-hmm. How embarrassing for you that you don't get this joke. I want to take a pic.
How about $2 million boxes?
I want to take a pic.
That one, and then what's the other one? You are like Papa. I like Papa.
Yeah. Yeah, even something like Stranger Things, they'd be like, I just feel like it's so historically inaccurate because, like, during the Cold War. And then they open up a whole, and you're like, oh my. I just wanted to know if you thought that Will was gay. Like, I just wanted to know if you thought maybe that theory was true. That's all I wanted to. Okay. I don't want to know anything else.
I want to take a pic. The way that I had to describe that to Drew and then show her the sound. Now you get them on your For You page.
Yeah, I get them now, yeah.
But I was like...
But at the time, I will say, though, that one's so small at the time that she told me. So, like, I hadn't gotten that one yet. I was like, no, I've never seen that one. But I like Papa. Yeah. I had gotten those ones already. Yeah.
What made me laugh before that was the sound was the guy that said that that's his favorite part of Stranger Things to quote because no one knows that part.
Yeah.
Then it became a meme. Yeah.
You are like Papa. I saved that one because I'm going to use it for something.
Okay, we'll end on this one. Ready?
Okay.
This one's from Lily, and we've heard from Lily before. Do you know?
Have we?
Yeah. Do you know what story she shared with us?
No.
The infamous Booger Chair.
Damn. Lily, you're back again, girl. Yeah. I hope it's with better
news.
Better news.
So she said, I would like to share another story about Booger Chair.
So no, to answer my question.
Also, the way that so many of you commented on the YouTube channel that you've also had exes or brothers that have booger walls makes me sick. I'm not going to lie to you. Something else. Okay, here we go. So she said, there's not a lot of detail that can really come with this one because, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. But towards the end of our relationship, he was very into smelling my farts, ? He would say that they smell amazing to him. And it's like smelling flowers. Like, I know that farting is kind of a natural thing that happens. And when you're comfortable enough around your significant other, there comes a point in time where you're just like casually ripping ass in front of each other. But this was beyond weird, and it was generally in the moment when I knew that I had to end it with him because there was no way that this dude was not a budding psychopath because he was sniffing farts for fun. Now, hear me out. Burger Chair and Baby Voice was the beginning of it, and I will never forgive myself for letting that shit slide, but I'll admit I was a big dummy back then.
You know, typically I'd be like, you're not a dummy. I won't say you're a dummy.
I'll say I think you're silly for this.
But I do think that maybe you should have saw that one. Maybe you should have bowed out a little bit sooner.
She put, I figured it was just a weird, gross habit that he had in the past as a teen, and there were things he would grow out of, which I was wrong about. But yeah.
I guess that's more...
And she put, he would literally suck the fart out of my ass.
Like during sex?
And I don't think I want to know.
Babe. Even if he said like verbally to me that he liked smelling them, goodbye, cut.
Yeah.
Immediately. I'd be like, what do you mean by that? I'd be like, let's unpack that.
Let's talk about it a little bit more.
Oh my God. That is so terrible, dude. Like, I just don't even know. I'm rendered speechless Because, like, what do you even say about that?
Would you rather have dated someone who told you that they like the smell of your farts, or the guy who said he chews his own toenails off? I would pick the fart one.
I'd rather dive headfirst into an active volcano.
You have to pick one. Because then you're kissing that toenail lips.
No, because at the first sign, I guess, yeah, either way, it doesn't matter because he's clearly been doing it since before he started kissing me and after. Oh my God. Real Sophie's choice. I think I'd pick farts because it's like away from me.
Yeah.
But begrudgingly, I would pick farts.
Lily.
Against my will.
We might have to ban you from simulating. I'm just kidding.
Lily.
This is your last one, please.
I hope you're doing better now, babe.
Please send us good news, Lily.
Just let me know you're doing okay. I don't even know what the fuck.
Something else, huh?
There's no way. And I bet you anything, Lily, he was uglier than you. Mm-hmm. You were probably way too good looking for him. So on top of that, he was giving you all these terrible stories. He's just going to be so unhinged as to do things like that to you. And also, here's the thing. I know that everyone in the world that is an adult has done things that they're not proud of in secret. And they're like, that's something for me and me alone.
Yeah.
The absolutely deranged part is sharing it with other people and expecting like feedback on it.
Like a positive, like
reception. Like saying it and being like, that's crazy, right? Like, what do you think about that? Like, that's the part that I can't. You chew your own toenails? Okay. Don't tell anybody. You know what I mean? Like, keep it in here, lock it up tight in a little box, throw the key in the trash. Yeah. Like, there are some things that literally I've done, I think, like as a child, and I was like, that was weird. I'm never going to tell anyone I ever did that. You know what I mean? Like, I've never done shit like that, but like it was far and away much less concerning than behavior like that. It wasn't carried into my adult years, and I sure as fuck didn't share it with anybody.
Yeah.
That's the part that I can't understand. Like, you chew your toenails. Clearly, you have some kind of like coping mechanism or whatever. For whatever reason that you do that, that's for you to unpack.
Yeah.
Just don't share with anybody. And brush your teeth all the time. You know what? Just don't date. Like, if you're going to do things like that, don't date.
Yeah.
Kiss yourself on the lips. Look for people who also chew their toenails and kiss them on the lips. Because then they won't care.
I agree.
Because they share the same affliction.
Well, and then, I think I don't understand the, like, callous nature of, like, how they share it.
That's what I'm saying.
It's so, like, casual.
It's so normal and it's not. Like, it's just so not normal. Like, and just the way that they're like, I can't believe you're so cool with it. And it's like, I didn't know you did that.
And now that I do,
I'm not cool with it.
Don't call me.
Yeah, don't call me ever. No, literally the fact that they're just like, yeah, like, and that it's so redundant, but like that always leads back to like patriarchy because they're just so entitled to your understanding nature that they're like, they're going to be cool with it. If that were me, I wouldn't even tell my fucking sister.
Yeah.
I would do that shit in private and like seek help on my own if I thought I needed it. Like, I wouldn't tell anybody that story. Like, literally you would have to waterboard that information out of me. And even then I'd be like, kill me. Yeah. You're gonna have to kill me, dude. Like, it's just,
I chew my toenails. There's no
it's just
way,
like, that's the
dude.
part that I can't, you're such a good person because you don't care about this thing I never shared with you, because if I did, you probably would care and not want to be with me. Like,
they're so used to not being judged and allowed to just do and say the most wild
is
shit.
Such a patriarchal like byproduct. Mm-hmm. Like, you're just so welcome in every space. No one's ever judging you. You're never thinking about how this may affect others.
How people are going to receive me.
Yeah. And you feel so entitled to people's understanding and grace. So that when they're like, that makes me feel sick and I don't want to be with you. Mm-hmm. They're like, I can't believe you're so judgmental.
I thought you were better than this, babe.
Yeah. And then like, she doesn't shave her coochie and he's like, you're so disgusting. Get away from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so like, such a man thing to do, dude. And the sharing part is too.
Yeah, I agree.
Just being like,
she'll get it, babe. You
it's
get
like,
it, babe.
Never have I ever chewed my toenails every day since I was 3. You know what I mean?
And it's gotten significantly harder as I got older.
Never
because
have
I'm
I
losing
ever really enjoyed the smell of my girlfriend's farts and asked to eat them and laughed about it. You know what I mean?
Never
like,
have I ever had a booger chair.
He's like,
no, the girlfriend's like, she says it to
she
him.
says it, never have I ever had
And
a
then
booger
he
chair.
was like, me.
He's like, guilty. Everyone's like, never have I ever smoked weed. And she's like, never have I ever
Had a booger chair.
like had a booger chair so encrusted my girlfriend had to ask my sister about it. Like, no fuck, dude. Let's like bring back secrets. You know what I mean? Normalize keeping secrets from everyone.
No more oversharing.
Yeah, normalize keeping thoughts inside your brain and not releasing them to the public.
I want to take a pic.
I want to take a pic.
When you fart, I want to take a pic.
That was me when he... That's me if they told me they chew their own toenails. I'm like, prove it. Because I want to take a pic.
Show it. You want to do it now? I want to take a pic.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
All right, we're gonna wrap it here. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Two Idiot Girls. Please, you can listen to this and stream this everywhere that you listen to podcasts, and you can watch the video version on our YouTube channel. Other than that, we'll see you next week, and we love you. Bye.
Bye.